All right, welcome. So a couple things I need to fix there. So we're trying to. I want to see if I enjoyed the experience of streaming on YouTube. So what we're going to do is test it out, see if we like it. If we like it, we may start doing a little bit more. Um, but we're gonna play some. We're gonna play some WarTales. I'm also kind of testing the streaming at 1440p, so I want to see how that works. See how well it does. See if my computer holds up, the internet holds up, things like that. So it's going to be a couple of different little tests. So, I'm trying not to play anything like too hardcore that is going to really test everything. So I'm just trying to get the kind of layout, see if I like it. I know there's already some stuff that I kind of missed with Twitch that we're going to see how it works on YouTube, which is like channel points, channel redemption, channel point redemption, things like that. But having said that, let's play some more Tales. So we're gonna start a new game. If you never played this game, it's pretty fun. It's got a couple different styles. So it's the battle is kind of like a grid kind of battle, so like a Celesta or something like that. And then you have like party management. You've got all kinds of different little things like that. So it's pretty interesting. The first time I picked it up and played it, I was like, yeah, what? Okay, that's neat. And then the more and more I played it, the more I was have kind of really enjoyed it. So let me remove that real quick. I don't think that's gonna go away though. Okay. I do notice I drop a ton of frames if I like click out of the game and come back in. But so you can when you start your Destiny, you have a couple of different like ways you can pick. So it's gonna determine your starting companions, kind of what you're starting with. So what I'm kind of wanting to lean towards, so I've played a couple of different ways now. I think the one, I think I did like maybe this one, but I kind of want to have an archer in my. So this one doesn't seem bad. We get a little bit less experience with our companions, but starting with the swordsman and archer, ranger, and brute, that might not be bad. So let's try that. And then you can choose your companions, what they are. So this kind of gives them their trait that they're going to have. So use the long walk, so their fatigue is less. Cunning fighters, constitution increased, critical damage increased, and quick learners. So I kind of want to test quick learners because I've been playing around with like the professions and stuff, but I haven't done a whole lot with them. So I kind of want to do more with that. So let's do quick learners. So hopefully we can level those up and go from there. And then this is their debuff. So carrying weight decreased by 1, reduces their happiness, critical hit reduced. Let's just reduce their happiness. I assume we can build that back up. And then we're just gonna play just easy mode because I mainly just want to show off the game. I'm not really worried about like super intense hardcore combat or anything like that. So we'll just call this a Farley 1340. All right, so here's our group. So you can kind of randomize their look. You can choose their traits and stuff. We're just gonna go straight random with everything. So we're just gonna exactly how it looks. You start with the pony. You can do things like if you're fighting wolves, you can kind of capture wolves and they'll fight with you. Things like that. You can pick up other companions, and then obviously the more companions you have in your group, like wolves or fighters or anything like that, the more money they cost. So you need to pick up more jobs and things like that, or the more food it takes when they need to eat. So that's all stuff you got to kind of balance as you're going around. So let's go begin with this. Yeah, the last couple times I've played this, I've enjoyed it a lot more. So it's really starting to kind of hook me. So I didn't want to do. So I typically do Project Zomboid, and lately I've been doing Cult of the Lamb, but I didn't want to do those just because the Cult of the Lamb has Twitch integration, so I'll do that on Twitch, and then Project Zomboid I typically try to play music or something. So I don't know exactly how well that works on YouTube yet, so I don't want to test that boundary at the moment. So so at the beginning, your companions are off in search of adventure. After a few days of quietly traveling along, their only feat was not getting lost, and they have reached their destination. Here, surely awaits some novel and exciting quests that will stir up uneventful lives of bored apprentices. Adventure awaits at the end of the road for those who make it their alive, that is. So here we are. So you kind of start. I don't. It's probably different if you can get to the other areas, but in this area, you always start on this little plateau with these little rangers. It kind of just introduces you to the combat. So as we walk, these guys will always attack us. Before you fight, it tells you what you got. So we have one hoodlum, one poacher. So let's go ahead and fight these guys. We'll kind of show you how the combat works. I'm just going to continue because we'll show it off. So you at the beginning you can move your guys around however you see fit. So we're going to move everybody just a little bit closer. Down here are your abilities. So the yellow ones are your valor points. So some of these cost valor, like the first aid. That you can see the one square here, and then at the top to the right where it says first aid next to vigilance, you can see the one valor point. So it costs one valor point to use that. You can attack once, you can move. So let's move our guy closer to him. There is friendly fire, so that's something you have to be aware of. So if you have a big like a two-handed weapon or something and it has a big swing, then you always risk that chance of hitting your own player and things like that. So let's go ahead and stab this guy. As you can see, it'll take his armor down to 3, and he's got 12 health. The game audio is a little bit low. Let's turn that up. Give me just a second. Let me adjust this real quick. There we go. That's better. That's better. All right. So then, as you can see, so now they are in combat. So this guy can't move. So you can see down here these change. Now you can disengage, but if you do that, you'll get attacked by a trigger attack by the opponent. But you can use that to your advantage because now these two are attacking. So I can like use this guy. Oh, I need to end my turn first. It's like I can use this guy to come up behind him, and now I have an attack behind him because he's already in combat. That's all we really want to do with him. This guy's going to attack, and we've been poisoned. Move him up and around. So now we've surrounded him, so we get a bonus for being surrounded. Let's go ahead and hit this guy. And we'll end our turn. Let's move our archer over just a little bit. And so like say I'm going to shoot down to this guy. As you can see, he's got a 61. It's kind of hard to see. It's not a very good way to do it, but just underneath like where his health is, right about there, you can see it says 61, whereas our guy under his health says 19%. So there's a 19% chance of me being this far away shooting him, of me hitting my own guy. We're gonna go ahead and test it, and I hit the guy in between them. So as you can see down here, you can see the turn. So now we're starting a new round. So you pretty much always start off, you kind of go one way and then you kind of go back the opposite way. So that's kind of, we'll just attack again with the archer. We'll go ahead and kill this guy. So when you kill him, you can get different traits and stuff for killing an enemy. Some guys give you extra valor for killing an enemy. This guy will move around to behind him, and that should kill him. All right, we won combat. So at the end of a victory, you can see I have 2 guys that have damage armor, so we can go ahead and repair it. Let's see if, I don't know if I can move this around. Let me move my webcam over to the other side. There we go. And that'll kind of free up what you can see on the right hand side there. All right. So we have raw materials, so we use that to repair our weapons. We have some medicine, we have some food, bread, and comfrey. So let's go ahead and repair our items. You have human remains. So there's different things. I typically just leave them because they weigh 10 apiece. So we'll take the cloth and we'll take the crowns, and then let's go ahead and continue. So you can always see the things like shining for stuff you can pick up. And then you also have, so you just click to move, but then you're also only seeing areas that like you're in. So like I can't see past this road, so there could be like guys right there. We'll start by going to the plateau stables. So here's where you run into like, so I could steal these items. If you steal items, it'll give suspicion, and then you can get wanted levels, and then guards and stuff will try to hunt you down. So I typically don't really do anything with that. The issue is you need to use that trait or that profession to do like lock picking and stuff, and there are a couple instances where you pretty much need to do lock picking. Let's talk to this guy. When I think of how many people don't shoe their horses, it makes me want to pull out the little hair I have left. We'll buy one of those. Tell you what, buy a horse from us and I'll throw in the horseshoe for free. So we can buy a horse, or we can adopt them. We don't have the gold for it yet. So we'll leave there. And then if we go into here, this is basically where you do everything at. So I can inspect the horse, and we can equip him with a horseshoe, which will increase movement speed in the world by 3%. But I can go through each guy, and you can see like their attributes, their wages, how much they cost when we owe money, what they're wearing, what professions and stuff they are. So right now all we have is a tinker profession, so we'll go ahead and make him that. We don't really have anything else we need to do right now. We can also craft some stuff here, so I can make a torch, lockpick, hook, things like that. So we really don't have a whole lot of stuff at the moment, so